So we're going to talk some more about star signs. Now I'm doing a 12-part mini-series in our sun signs, and today's video is going to be just about the Taurus sun sign. Now eventually I will be moving on to doing moon and rising signs. Do make sure that you look out for them. So by all means pick your star sign and listen to your own video. However, it's quite good to go through all of them so then you have an insight to everybody's personalities. Might be a partner, a friend, a parent, a daughter, who knows. But it is always a good idea to educate yourself on all of them. Now these are only about Western astrology star signs, and we have 12 of those. There's 12 houses of the zodiac. There are hundreds and thousands of star alignments in our skies, and we always have that little question that comes up every year of, what about Ophiuchus? Isn't Ophiuchus the 13th? Where does that fit in? Does that mean all our star signs have changed? No. Western astrology is 12 houses, and that is it. If we included every star constellation into our zodiac houses, you'd all have hundreds on one day. So we are beginning with Taurus. Now Taurus is the second zodiac in the house, just after Aries. The dates of a Taurus are from the 19th of April to the 20th of May, and their element is earth. Their birthstones are diamonds, sapphire, garnet, and rose quartz and emerald, and their power colour is green. Now with earth signs it does always tend to be greens, browns, earthy colours. So yeah, their power sign is green. Now it's represented by a bull. Like their celestial spirit animal, Taurians enjoy relaxing in serene earthly environments, surrounded by soft sounds and soothing aromas, succulent flavours. And because it's ruled by Venus, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a minute, the enchanting planet that governs love, beauty, money, wealth, it really expresses the connection and a strong foundation of a person that has their feet on the ground. So the most obvious is the likeness of a bull, and its glyph represents a bull as well. They're strong, they're determined, they're focused, they're sometimes really stubborn, but it does make a great symbol for Taurus. So this cosmic oxen, they're really enchanted by physical manifestations of comfort and luxury. They often have a tendency to come off as a bit unmotivated, sometimes even self-indulgent, if they aren't careful. They're all about comfort. They can easily give in to stubbornness, but it is a trait that they can work on if they choose to. They are known to be grounded, solid, really attached to the earth type of people. Some famous people who are Taurus is George Clooney, David Beckham, Dennis Rodman, Billy Joel, and Megan Fox. They are known to never be sorry, which I'm sure if you think about it, that makes sense. As I said before, they are stubborn, and the toxic varieties of Taurus never ever think they're wrong. Unwillingness to change their mind, they really don't do change at all, let alone their own minds, plus quite a big ego, means you're not ever really going to get an apology, even if they're wrong according to like the laws of science, reason and justice. Don't hold your breath. However, they are known for their really calm and friendly demeanour. They can have a temper, they're a bull, but they are more like a quiet storm. They'll patiently wait things out, but if you push them too far, get ready to be charged. So let's move on to the planets and the stars. Taurus, as I previously said, is ruled by Venus, and this kind of bestows a taste for the finer things in life. An appreciation for luxury and foods, homes, loves, or entertainment, music, nature. I mean, it's never ending. it makes them really rather materialistic when it comes to relationships as well. And if they aren't to gain from it, they won't really enjoy it. So Taurus is a large constellation in the northern sky. It was first catalogued by the Greek astronomer in the 2nd century, Ptolemy, and it's associated with Zeus. Now, Zeus transformed himself into a bull to get close to Europa to abduct her. Taurus is also the 17th largest constellation, and it occupies the first quadrant of the northern hemisphere, and it's about 797 square degrees. The Taurus constellation has been known since the early Bronze Age, where it was used to mark the sun in the spring equinox. It has been associated with the bull in many cultures and mythologies, Greek and Egyptian among others, even going back to ancient Babylonian. Depictions of Taurus and the Pleiades star cluster have been found in a cave painting at Lascaux, dating back to 15,000 BC. Both the constellation and the Pleiades have been known in many indigenous cultures to represent the bull and the 7 sisters, which indicates a common origin for the names. So back to Zeus. He transformed into the shape of a bull to get close to Europa, who is the beautiful daughter of King Agenor. Now, Zeus mingled with the herd, and of course, being Zeus and the most handsome bull there, he got Europa's attention. The princess admired the bull, and when she sat on his back, he rose and headed for the sea. Zeus carried Europa all the way to the island of Crete, where he revealed his true identity and lavished the princess with presents. The two had 3 sons together, including Minos, who grew up to be the famous king of Crete, who built the palace at Knokos, where the bull games were held, and who sacrificed 7 young boys and girls to the Minotaur each year. Zeus later commemorated the bull by placing it among the stars. So there is an alternative to that story that associates Taurus with the nymph Lo, whose line Europa was descended from, and who was also seduced by Zeus, as they all were. Then she was transformed into a heifer when the two were nearly caught by Hera. Also, Babylonian astronomers called the constellation Mulapin, which means the heavenly bull. And in the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the earliest literary works, Gilgamesh faces the bull from heaven sent by the goddess Ishtar to kill him after he had rejected her advances. Gilgamesh is sometimes associated with the nearby Orion, another ancient constellation, and the 2 constellations are depicted as Gilgamesh and the bull in combat. So those of us that are born under the Taurus sign, we're often labelled many things, ranging from short-tempered and downright aggressive to really stubborn, and then a lot of passion about the world and the luxuries that the world has to offer, and fine food and exquisite tastes. There is a lot more to the Taurus personality instead of just being hot-headed all the time. They possess many unique and distinctive traits, which we should go about. Now, Taurus as a baby or a child, they are sweet and they're affectionate and they're cuddly. They also are likely to be strong and cheerful. I would introduce them to the great outdoors as soon as possible. They thrive in natural environment, and even when they're young, they're still really practical and very good with money. Despite their reputation of being aggressive and angry, they have a really calm demeanour. There's a presence about them, and they love to just take away from the daily grind and relax and enjoy life. If they are provoked, however, their rage can be enormous. They tend to fire back without hesitation and really hard. you don't want to be on the receiving end of it. Taurus are quite self-starters, and they're pretty go-getters. Their characteristics are normally independence and self-reliance. They don't rely on handouts from others, and they prefer to like make their own luck. They are known for being really practical, and they are known for common sense. And they're really attracted to reliability, consistency, and quite a good sense of humour. They like a partner who's got a life and got it together, and somebody that they can actually count on. However, they are noticeably impatient. They don't like being in queues, they don't like being in delays. They've got very, very low tolerance of anything slow moving. But they are honest, and they are good for their word. If they say something, they genuinely do mean it. You'll find that they don't give out things as much as other signs do. They won't say they're going to do something or talk about something unless they thoroughly see it through to the end. So, as shown by a bull, they have incredibly stubborn sides. We've spoken about that quite a lot. They will not back down, especially if they believe they're in the right. But even if they're wrong, they're pretty strong-minded. They've got really firm convictions, and it takes an awful lot to get them to change their mind. They hate chaos, structure, stability, security. That's where a Taurus thrives. They hate surprises, and they're the type of people who go on holiday and have their whole itinerary set out, from the time that they eat to the places that they're visiting, everything. However, they would do just about anything for their loved ones. They might be blunt and firm, but they will show a really caring side to people that they adore. And they enjoy seeing their friends and their family happy. And they will absolutely move mountains to make sure that that's possible. They are really realistic, as I said before. They're realists, and they're very logical. They deal in facts. Because of this, they can come across as slightly pessimistic. They're firmly grounded. They look at real things rather than ponder on things that can't be proven. This makes them pretty resilient mentally. They tend to get up no matter how many times they fall. They're always your family's rock. They're your go-to people. They're really loyal to those who earn it. And they will be an ally for life. And they will keep your darkest secrets hidden, no matter what happens to the friendship or relationship. They aren't good at coping with stress. They will absolutely drive others mental if they are overworked or emotionally unstable. When they get like this, it's best to give them space, let them calm themselves down, else you will just end up arguing with a bull, and you'll get more sense out of a door. Don't try and butt heads, don't try and make them see reason, just don't. Just leave them alone. Since they're honest, they do expect you to be honest back. They're really good at sniffing out fake people. If you see them cold shouldering somebody, you can bet that's because they've worked out that that person is a liar. But because of that, they can't enjoy love and a relationship with somebody until that person is 100% honest with them and they feel that they can 100% trust that person. However, it is worth the wait, because once they do trust you, they are really fiercely loyal to you. But because of this loyalty, it takes a long time for them to heal from heartbreak. They find it really emotionally devastating and extremely hard to let go of any sort of love. They really dislike whimsical people. This is probably why they clash so much with air signs. They don't like people that can't make decisions, and they don't like people who are off in fairyland. And 9 times out of 10, if somebody is doing la-la wherever they like, Taurines will make the decisions for them and push forwards. Now, some signs are quite accepting of this, and in fact some signs, like water signs, will actually welcome somebody else making their decisions, whereas things like fire and air signs absolutely take offence to it. They really strive for comfort. They like the good life. They don't like to work hard and get no payback for it. They like to pamper themselves. They have fine food, exquisite dining, all the good looking things in their house, and they just love to splurge on the materials. they also know how to hustle, and they're really focused and they're really determined. Taurus love to be in love, from candlelit dinners to long stem roses, couples massages, long walks on the beach. They're really enthralled by romance. And if it's the Taurus idyllic relationship goals, they feel too good to be true, they're not. That's exactly how they are. Now, the most compatible signs with Taurus are Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer and Pisces, so your water and your earth signs. And your least compatible is Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius, and Leo. So again, your fire and your air signs. Now, your opposite sign is the Scorpio. However, that is your sun signs. Sun signs don't rule the heart. Moon signs rule the heart. So if you really want to get into things with somebody, find out what their moon signs are, because that will tell you you're compatible. So whilst they are really stubborn and can be quite difficult and materialistic, when they're on your side, you know you've done something right, because you've really earned this person's trust. You've got a lifelong diary that will never be read, and a sturdy, solid, loyal friend. Solum signi Tauri. Now, this has been the video about your Taurus zodiac sun sign. Please look out for the moon and rising signs that I will be doing, and this is a part of a 12-part mini-series covering all the sun signs that we have in our zodiac houses. Thank you.